All right, folks, and this is what you see when you step off the plane in Jackson Hole. Where should you go? What should you eat? Where should you stay? Look at that beautiful fall foliage. All right, let's get into it. We stayed at the Grand Teton Mountain Lodge and Spa, as you can see. Very spacious bathroom. Spacious closet as well with an iron and an iron board. Table with 4 chairs around it. Full kitchen. We actually got to the lodge and they gave us a free upgrade, so that was a nice surprise. You get a fireplace in the room, a nice little balcony to sit out on. It is chilly no matter when you go once the sun goes down, so make sure you bring a light jacket for those evening hikes and those early morning hikes. But again, you got a fireplace to warm up next to. And you got this amazing rooftop hot tub where you can relax while seeing more of the Grand Teton mountain range. I recommend you drive out to Jenny Lake in Grand Teton National Park. I also recommend that this be your very first stop because Jenny Lake is one of the most popular destinations in the entire park. So your best chance at getting to park in the parking lot and enjoy this hike without a whole big crowd around is early in the morning. Make sure you check out Hidden Falls while you're hiking up the side of the mountain at Jenny Lake. And after you see Hidden Falls, hike just a little bit farther up. It's going to take your breath away, folks, I'm not going to lie. But it's certainly worth it because check out the view from Inspiration Point. Again, I'm not going to lie, it's a bit of a hike. At one point, I saw Jesus, but the important thing is if I can do it, you can do it. Elevation 7,200 feet, but it's worth it, folks. So check out Jenny Lake early in the morning. I recommend you get there by 8:45 a.m. And after that long hike, which is almost 3 miles, you're going to want to hop on that shuttle to get to the other side of Jenny Lake. So those tickets are $10 one way, and it's well worth it. Then what you're going to want to do is hike out to Phelps Lake, which you see here. It's a much shorter hike. It's about 1.5 miles round trip. So definitely check out Phelps Lake and Jenny Lake. Get some hiking in. And of course the views, as you can see, are just breathtaking. You're also going to want to visit Mormon Row Historic District. In particular, you're going to want to look at T.A. Moulton Homestead, as you see here. This is one of the most photographed barns in the entire world. So definitely check it out as well. And there is parking located near Mormon Row. So you should be good on parking, especially if you're going on the off season. If you're going in the summer, parking might be a bit of a struggle, but I went in late September and the park was not that crowded. And if you are a wildlife fanatic, you will love Grand Teton National Park. As you see in the photos, you'll run into bison, you'll run into moose, you'll run into more bison, and if you're fortunate, you will also see some elk. And speaking of elk, I recommend the National Elk Refuge Now, elk tend to come to Grand Teton National Park from Yellowstone National Park in November. So if you really want to see elk, your best chance of doing that is to visit the National Elk Refuge in Grand Teton National Park in November. And now that you've worked up an appetite, I recommend you head out to Jackson Square, pull up a saddle at the $1 Million Cowboy Bar, eat a bison burger, and play some pool. And the next stop is Yellowstone National Park, which is about a 2-hour drive from Grand Teton National Park. I recommend heading out to Old Faithful first thing. That way you can beat the crowds. Old Faithful erupts about every 1.5 hours. When we went to Old Faithful and the Upper Geyser Basin, we actually witnessed not 1, not 2, but 3 geysers erupt. We saw Old Faithful, and shortly after, another geyser started erupting, and it's called the Beehive Geyser, and it only erupts every 10 hours to 5 days. And then there was another geyser that erupted. And of course, everyone wants that money shot where they get the geyser erupting with the perfect rainbow, and we were fortunate enough to get one of those photos, as you can see here. And this is what is called the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone National Park. As you can see, there's a beautiful cascading waterfall. I recommend you view the Grand Canyon from Artist Point, which is on the south rim. It is even more beautiful in person. And now it's time to fly home. Thanks everyone for watching. I really hope you get a chance to check out Grand Teton and Yellowstone.